What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV. Here's where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple. So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review. Happy Friday to all of our cousins and family out there. I hope you guys had a good week. I know it's coming to an end, so listen, it's been a long week, but we are here with a little special review to end your week and start your weekend. So I know you wasn't expecting to see us on a Friday.
I hope y'all have had a good week. Y'all be sure to eat good this weekend, get a couple drinks in y'all system, wherever y'all are. Just be sure to get it in.
We are back with a special review episode for Ready to Love, which premiered about 2 weekends ago. So we stood true on our promise. We wanted to give you guys a little bit of our take on this new cast and what we think and our predictions for the season. You got anything else to say?
No, let's dig into these new cast members for this season. This is about to be pretty. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So the new season of Ready to Love premiered January 12th on OWN. So we have a whole new cast, and yet we are still in Texas. We're back in Texas, actually. Or not back, because we were in Dallas last season, right?
Yeah, we were in Dallas last season.
Yes.
So we're still here.
Yes, we're still in Texas. We are in Fort Worth this time. I really wish we would stop this. I really wish we would go to other states, like, so bad. Please stay out of Florida and Texas. I'm sorry. If any of you guys are listening that live in Florida and Texas, no shade, but I just don't want to see no more reality shows taking place in these places. I just don't. But here we are. Last season was a doozy. So I'm actually a little shocked that we're even back here again reviewing this show. But like I said in our last Love and Marriage Huntsville review, this is a show that I feel like it gives us a lot to talk about because there's different people each season. It's all about dating. So, we felt like it would be a good look to kind of give our opinion about the dating scene these days, right? And I also like the fact that the show has people on here 30 and up. I just feel like anything under 30 is just a waste of time, to be quite honest. Like, I don't even like dating shows. This is literally the first one that I ever started watching. So here we are. Now, the premiere was on the 12th. However, it was like a two-parter, right? This season, they did something new where they split up the singles into two groups. So we had like two premieres, right? And so there was group A that consisted of, I believe, 5 women and 4 men. Okay, y'all. So instead of doing a review of the episodes, like I said, this was kind of just like a meet and greet. We don't know these people. Were there things said that were interesting? Absolutely. But it's not worth going scene by scene. Instead, we're going to take note of what we did last season. Remember, if you've been here for a while, remember when we put everybody in the categories in episode 1? And then in the last episode, the season finale, we revisit that list and kind of figured out if our predictions about those people were right or if our feelings changed. So we decided to come up with a little game called Red Light, Green Light, Dating Edition, where we are going to go through each character or castmate and give our predictions on if they are given red flag, or is this kind of like, we don't really know what they gonna do, we don't know how we feel about them, or we think that this person is going to be a really good cast member. You know, we're going to go through each person. We're going to put the picture on the screen as we go through. We're just going to give our opinion. This is first impressions. First impressions are the most important impressions. So that's what we're basing this off of, in preparation for tonight's new episode that premieres on OWN at 8 o'clock. Okay, first up is Alexis. Alexis was a part of the first group. Alexis is 32. She's a national sales and operations director. Pretty girl. She also told us in the first episode that she deals with an immune disorder. Mm-hmm. Now, she didn't really explain it in the best way, to be quite honest. So I think it just takes some Googling and trying to figure out exactly what it is. But I did appreciate her being open about that. Sorry, tongue-tied. I did appreciate her being open about it. And, you know, she seems really nice. I didn't get any red flags from her. She just seems cool. But I think what really got me to like her, y'all, I love a woman that loves sports because I don't like sports. So I just think it's always funny when there's a beautiful woman that knows a lot about sports. I don't know. Like, I just find it to be intriguing. Like, we should be friends because I know nothing. So I don't know what it is about it. That's just like kind of my weird attraction. But she's a referee and she plays basketball. Like, she's very athletic. I think that's a plus in the dating scene when you are a heterosexual woman that looks the way that she looks and is able to talk to men about sports. Like, I think that's like the icebreaker a lot of times. She's very lucky because I can.
She really didn't give off no type of negative vibe or I feel any type of red flag. Mm. Just from listening to her, I feel like, you know, she's actually here for what the show is for. Yeah. Like, you know, she's actually looking for something. So I don't see any red flag with her. And I don't think she's going to prove me wrong.
Right. But I don't think so either.
I don't think she's going to prove me wrong. I think she's pretty graceful about herself.
Are we confident about Alexis?
Yep, green.
Okay, we're going to put her in the green. Y'all, we hope we don't eat our words. This is going to be funny at the end of the season if we are all the way wrong.
So up next, y'all, we have Alonzo. Alonzo's 36 years old, and he's an insurance adjuster. Y'all, I'm not going to be around the bush, but none of these people, I'm going to go straight forward with it and let you know my colors. Alonzo is red. And he is red because he just reminds me of so many guys I went to school with that are full of shit.
Oh my gosh. Evan.
You know, Alonzo, for me, I'll be honest with y'all, I really feel he's here for booty. Oh my God. I just don't feel there's any reason the first day you meet somebody that y'all should be talking about sex. I don't feel
I agree. I agree with that.
I don't feel he's as deep as he thinks he is. He really just gives off Playboy to me.
Wow.
It's just his interactions. I just don't feel it. So I'm gonna give him red.
So you give him red. I gave Alonzo yellow, right? This is why. Because when we first meet Alonzo, he seemed really like cool. Like he was like funny. Or like, you know, he has a sense of humor. Let me not say funny because he didn't say anything funny. But it seems like he has a sense of humor. That he comes off like a bit of a gentleman a little bit. Like he seems respectful for the most part. But it was the moment that he had the conversation with the two ladies towards the end of the night about sex. Like he was like, if you could describe sex in 3 words or, you know, how you would want sex or whatever, what would they be? I didn't like that. I agree with Evan. It's always a red flag to me when you're first meeting someone and they bring up sex. I just don't like it. It's a turn off for me. So that's why I put him in yellow, because besides that, there was nothing else that was, you know, extreme. Like I'm trying to give him a little bit of a chance, but you know, y'all remember yellow is like, I don't know. Like, right, I'm not going either way. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he turns out to be a whole asshole. But then again, if he turns out to be a really nice guy, it's like, okay, like, you know. Okay, next on our list is April. Miss April is 42. She is a pharmacy operations director and registered pharmacist. April was a part of the first group. April didn't do much. I felt like she's another one that has a really good sense of humor. When she was talking to one of the guys, he asked her, "Oh, well, what do you do for work?" And she was like, "I'm a drug dealer." And they started laughing. Like, I like, I'm a sucker for a good sense of humor. I have to laugh with my man. I have to have fun. And so I just felt like that was just a phenomenal way to just break the ice. Anytime that you're able to make someone laugh, the first time you interact with them, I think that is a positive sign. So she seems really cool. I gave her green because she didn't, again, this is the first time meeting her, she didn't do anything that was, really alarming to me.
I'll give her green. She, like I said, just like Alexis, she didn't do anything that had a red flag or I felt a vibe from her or anything. Like I said, I think she'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So up next we have Dominique. Dominique is 36 years old. He's an accountant / art studio owner. He'll be the first guy I give a green light to. I feel Dominique is very well spoken. I liked his interaction with the ladies. One thing I learned about him, he talks about his grandfather having a lot of kids. I think his grandfather had like 23 kids. So he has made it known that he wants a big family. But I'm gonna give him green so far. He didn't give off no F-boy stuff to me or anything. I'm very good at reading other males. So I'm confident to give him a green.
Okay, I gave Dominique yellow. Okay, he seemed really nice. That could be all smoke and mirrors. I don't know what it is, but I didn't know how I felt about the whole I want to have, did he say 10 or 20?
He said
4 to 10
4
or
to 10.
4 to 10 kids. I'm just kind of like, in this economy? Like, how? like, I don't know about that. But then also, honestly, y'all, it was the hair for me. I just feel like, can I really trust you if you are not willing to let it go? Like, if you losing your hair as a man, right? I just feel like you should just let it go. That was just throwing me off. And I was just like, I don't know, Dominique, can I trust you? Because I can't trust you to go to the right barber. So I don't know. Am I being too judgmental? Y'all can let me know. Be honest with me. But I was just, something about it was just not sitting right with me. Okay, next up we have Jonathan. Jonathan was part of group 2. He is 37 and he is a recycling center owner. Wow. I don't even remember that title being in the episode, but we're going based off of the website of meeting the cast. I didn't even know that. Did you recognize that was his job occupation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I missed that one. But Jonathan was married before for 2 years. And he said that he got a divorce because of lack of communication. Here's my thing. Jonathan is so in my red zone. He is a red flag walking. There is something about Jonathan that does not sit right with me. First and foremost, anybody that said they got a divorce because of lack of communication, you can't be trusted. That is not a real answer to me. To me, I feel like that lacks self-awareness and growth from your previous situation. That's not a real reason to get a divorce, is a lack of communication. Can communication be an issue? Absolutely. But let's really answer the question and talk about why, right? So if you were to tell me, we got a divorce because we wanted 2 different things in life. We were going in 2 different directions. She was on this career path and it didn't align with what I wanted in my dreams or whatever it is. Or, again, being on 2 different pages. She wanted kids, but I didn't. Or I wanted kids and she didn't. Be specific. You can't just say lack of communication. I feel like that is a very weak answer and lazy answer. So that off rip gave me a red flag, but I just kind of didn't like how he was moving at their little mixer. I don't know. I just something about him I just can't trust. He has a great smile and I think he presents himself well, but I don't know. I think it could be all smoke and mirrors. Something in my gut is telling me it's not right.
I have Jonathan in the red too. I ain't trying to judge or anything, but I don't know. It's literally something about him. So his interaction with the women that has me think, oh boy, like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, whatever it's called. I don't know. But
yeah. Yes.
it's just something, and I'm not trusting it, and I'm always right with my gut when it comes to males. So I'm gonna stick with that. But I don't know, maybe he'll prove me wrong. All right, so up next we have Koshia. She is 36, and she is a machine learning program manager and realtor. Koshia, from what I remember, she has 2 kids, I believe 15 and 10.
I think she has 3 boys. I thought she had 3 boys.
I thought she said she had 2 kids because she said both their ages.
Oh, maybe.
Oh. She is also a part of Group 1. Koshia, I'll be honest with you, it did not help that I saw the season preview. Koshia is the devil wears Prada red, honey. Because Koshia seems like she has a little too much spice in her bowl. You know what got me? What was weird to me was she was sitting with, I don't think it was LaRon. I don't know who she was sitting with outside.
Yeah, she was. At the pool?
Yeah. And she kind of went up in his space, kind of got close to him.
Yeah.
And said some type of bullshit talking about being in your comfort zone or something about testing your zones.
She said that was her way of like invading his space so that he can let down his walls or some shit that she probably got out of some self.
And I'll tell y'all, that was some weird shit.
Right.
Do not get that. I just met you. Get out my face. Don't be that close to me. I just met you. But I don't know, y'all. It's just something about Koshia. I feel like I said, the previews. I know y'all saw the season preview when she over here getting buck with Alexis. We've seen that in past seasons. Of some of these birds acting a fool like that. I ain't got time. But I have her red for now. Like I said, don't get me wrong. People can change and we can be like, oh, their colors change, but she never wears Prada red right now.
Koshia is giving me, she was the woman that was standing in them long ass lines back in like the early mid 2000s trying to get the Steve Harvey book, Think Like a Man. Act like a woman, think like a man. That's Koshia. Koshia is nothing but a pick-me. That's what it's giving. It's giving, girl, don't mess with my man. Okay? She just met these men and she's already like claiming people. Right? Like the thirst.
And y'all see on every season when people start doing that claiming bullcrap early, it's crazy now.
It's crazy. And she made a comment about how, Texas women made good wives and how she was raised to be a wife and a mother. And, like she wants people to know, pick me. I am wifey material.
Red.
It's giving red. We all agree on that. I'm not feeling Koshia. Okay, next up we have Lamar. Lamar is 43 and he's a coach. Okay, Lamar was a part of the second group. Lamar is nothing but red flag. Good night.
He is also a DJ.
Lamar ain't nothing but a red flag walking. Okay, I don't even know why he signed up for the show except for booty because he got to go. He came in the game, right? They played this little game on both episodes of pretty much like if you win the game, you get immunity. You're safe for that week, right? I did not like this aspect because it was giving, game show. And this is supposed to be an authentic dating show. So I didn't like that aspect. But long story short, Lamar's group was playing this game. It was the women that had to guess the answer. So basically, does this question apply? Or who does this question apply to? or this statement? Who does this statement apply to? And Tommy read off that basically Lamar likes threesomes. He's a swinger. He likes to what did he say? Oh, he likes sex toys in the bedroom, do you, but it's giving what you call it from last season, the one that was the dominant. Mm-hmm. He was into that. Like, that's what it's giving. It's kind of like you a real fuckboy at this point. You're also a DJ. Like, good night. Good night. He's a DJ. That's enough said. And I'm sorry if y'all take offense to that, but y'all know there's those occupations, and DJ is one of them. It's gonna be a hell no for me. It's not even worth talking to him. It really ain't. It really ain't.
Well, y'all know, in the looming of it being the NFL playoffs, LaRon is Kansas City Chief Red. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't see LaRon here long. LaRon is...
No, not LaRon.
I mean...
Lamar.
I don't see Lamar here long. I just hope he hasn't unpacked all his bags.
Well, they don't go. They go home.
I know. It's the analogy. Don't unpack your bag. So up next we have LaRon, and once again,
wasting people's time.
we have Chicago Bulls red, honey. LaRon is 32, a systems operator. LaRon's made this comment in the beginning talking about he's having issues finding love. And, he's feeling like it may be him. Because it is you. He had this video in the beginning introducing himself where it seemed like he was in a bathroom with some girls. And he was recording them twerking. And he had a bottle in his hand. And it's like, dude, like...
You're so corny, bro.
What are you doing? Like, you're in the corner. They're not twerking on you. They're interacting with themselves. They're not interacting with you. You just in the corner recording yourself like, yeah, look who I'm around, y'all. Like,
they were probably his homegirls too.
But no, LaRon.
Yeah, LaRon is absolutely hard red for me. Are you kidding me? Red flag number one is that he's coming into this dating show looking for love after saying that, I am pretty much a party boy. He goes out every night. That's another thing that
Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah, that's another thing that he said to the ladies. And I'm like, dude.
You don't say that on a dating show with older women who are looking for stuff.
Right, looking for something serious.
But I mean, to be honest with you, men or women, nobody wants to be with somebody who's literally out the door in the nightlife Wednesday to Sunday. Because it's like, it shows me what you're doing with your time.
As an adult, that is super red flag to me. Like, absolutely.
And he claimed he moved to Texas because
to find a wife.
To find a wife, and it's tax free.
Right.
Like,
okay, next we have Laylin. Laylin is 41. She's a cybersecurity consultant. And she was a part of the second episode, the second group. Laylin, I don't have much information about her. She's a very beautiful woman. I mean, this lady is 41 and she look all of like 32. Like, she's a very beautiful lady. It looks like she carries herself well. I love the natural look. That's just, you can just tell that she's just naturally beautiful. But that's all we have. All we have is really the looks. We haven't really had a chance to really know her. She seems very sweet. So I did put her in our green. Or in my green. How you feel?
I give her a green. Like I said, she's a pretty girl. Does not look 41 at all.
Yeah.
Don't know too much about her yet, but from her interactions, she seemed like she was sweet. Seemed graceful. I didn't really see too much, but I'll have her in green.
Yeah.
So next, y'all, we have Maya. Maya is 31, and she's a healthcare IT consultant. I'll go ahead and let you know, Maya's the baddest one. I know Bree is very concerned. Well, her and Laylan, I would say the baddest.
This is news to me because when we was watching the episode, you did not say that.
Because I need to see them in different outfits and everything. So
she only had one outfit.
I know, I still need to see different outfits. But
what?
Maya, I think she's the youngest woman there.
I don't know.
I think she's the youngest. But I have Maya in green so far. I don't feel she did anything out the norm. She expressed what she's here for. I guess Bree's issue with her is because she has 50 pounds of makeup on. And she fears what she looks like without the makeup.
Wow, just put
My
me
thing
out
is,
there.
I just hope I just hope the inside matches the outside, and it's not one of those things where she's just one of those people just using her looks to get by.
I put Maya in yellow because I just don't know. I don't know. She seems like she's a sweet girl. I did make the comment about the makeup, right? I just feel like we could have did a better job there. But listen, she seems like a pretty girl. She was given body yada yada. But yeah, I felt like the makeup was caked. That's just my opinion. So we gonna give her yellow. I don't know. I don't know just yet. Next we have Patrice. Patrice, isn't that how you pronounce her name?
Patrice.
Okay, Patrice. Patrice was a part of Group 2 as well. She is 41 and she's a transportation company owner. So yes, so she is an entrepreneur, which is cool. Patrice, mixed signals. I'm not sure. She seems like a very sweet person. I love her energy. She did give us a little fun fact about her. She owns a sex toy line. I thought that was a little bit interesting. She also mentioned how she usually dates younger guys. I think she has 3 boys. Is she the one with the 3 boys? Yep. Okay. And has she been married? She was married before too.
She was married before.
Yeah, Patrice. I don't know. I don't know what you think.
I'll give Patrice red because
you gave her red flag
because she likes that Lonzo dude. And my
That's
thing is flag. That shows me that you like red. That shows me you like red flag niggas, man. Like, come on. So she was so enamored by him, and I don't understand why, but that's all I needed to see because that's the type of she made comments about liking younger guys because they, I guess, tickle her pickle, all that stuff, make her feel excited with the younger. I don't know, but like I said, if you're so enamored with Lonzo, that's an issue because he's an issue. So red it is. All right, y'all. So up next we have Rashina. And Rashina is 39, and she's a hairstylist and salon owner. I would give Rashina green. She did not do anything that I felt was red flag related. I really liked her energy. I felt like she's very social. I didn't really see nothing wrong with her, so I give her green.
I feel the same way, and it's funny because she ended up in the bottom.
I don't know why.
Yeah, she was a part of Group 2. So she was and let me say not completely the bottom. They ended up bringing 3 girls to the bottom, and she was the first one to be safe. But the fact that the other men was, I guess, questioning her, or felt like they didn't know if they had a connection with her, I was just like, interesting. I feel like that's, says more about them than her. She seemed pretty cool. Like, she kept saying like how she's a girly girl. She likes her hair. She likes her makeup. I mean, she is a salon owner, so I'm not shocked there. She also has kids. I think she has all boys as well. But yeah, I put her in green. I didn't see any red flags with her. It seemed like she has good energy, good spirits about her. Okay, next up we have Chaz. Chaz is 47. He's a bank data and analytics senior manager. Chaz, did I already say he was part of the second group?
Nope.
Okay, well, he was a part of the second group. Now, y'all, we're going based off of, our first impression. So I'm not gonna, judge it off of like if I'm attracted to him because he's not my type. However, he seemed cool. So he is the only guy I think he's the only one that I put in my green. He is the only guy out of the 2 episodes that I put in my green. More so because I don't trust men. But I was getting somewhat of a good vibe from him. He did tell one of the ladies, a little bit of a sad story. Not a little bit. It was really sad. He lost his child, his one and only child, at 6 months old. Because the young lady, and I forgot who he was talking to, she of course asked like, hey, you got any children? And, I think when you're in a situation like that, where somebody's asking you if you have children and you have lost a child so early on. I feel like you kind of struggle with the question because he kind of was like, I mean, technically yes, but not really. So you could tell that he is really looking for something solid, and that he has been through some things in his adult life. That's probably kind of, made him a little bit hesitant to get into the dating scene when he was mourning his loss. So he seems like a pretty nice guy. He didn't give me any red flags, and I felt I appreciated the vulnerability in that moment, and he came off genuine.
I had Chaz and Green. He seemed like a genuine guy who's there for the right reasons. Just straight to the point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So up next, we have from Group 1, we have Mika. And I'll be honest with you, I have Mika in the yellow because I just don't know which way to go with her. She has 2 kids. She says she's ready to step out her shell and kind of get back on the dating scene again. I don't know which one to go. I really didn't like her celebrity story about her talking about getting flown out by a celebrity, and she had to wait in the car for him to go wherever he was to get a facial. Like, I don't know, just something about Mika that I want to. I just need to see more of her. That's why I burned the yellow. Not good, not bad. Little idol, but we'll see. And she's an esthetician, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, she's 37. She was a part of the first group. I feel the same way. I don't really have much to say about her. Pretty girl. But I have her in the yellow as well. I don't really say,
Yeah.
I can't really say yay or nay.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Vanessa. Vanessa was a part of group 2. She was the first woman that we met in the second episode. She's 35 and she's a flight attendant. Now, Vanessa has a very interesting story. She had been married before, and she was married to a white man. Okay, off rip, that was a little bit of a red flag for me. I'm gonna be honest. However, I liked Vanessa. I do, and I want to see more from Vanessa. The thing is, in the first episode, she seemed so disconnected and like disinterested in any of the guys except for Chaz. And I felt like them two might have a connection. And I feel like he's the only reason why she ended up being safe, because she was one of the ladies that was in the bottom 2. She does have to, show a little bit of interest. I'm not going to use the phrase that men love to use on this show about breaking down her walls or her guard being up, because I think that's some BS. But I do think that she has to show interest, right? Like, at least make it clear who you're interested in and, try to get to know people. But I'm going to put her in the yellow because of that, right? There were just a couple of things that I felt like put me at pause. And yeah, I couldn't give her green. But she seems like a smart girl. She is a pretty girl, but we need to know more from Vanessa.
Yeah, I give her a yellow. There's some question marks, but they're gonna be answered as the season goes on.
Right.
But I'll give her yellow. There's a little bit more I need to see.
Right.
All right, y'all. So as y'all know, anytime on this show there's a comedian, they're automatically red flags, and as you know, it's gonna be a thing. Will claims, and he's part of Group 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a comedian for about 8 years. From what I know, he has 3 kids by 2 different women.
Mm-hmm. They're ex-wives.
Mm-hmm. He's been divorced twice.
Yeah.
Double homicide. But what gets me is, this is the part that got me, where I just knew he was full of shit. And by the way, too, outside of that, he's a financial advisor and he's part of the Army National Guard. Thank you for your service. But besides that, what got me was, I think it was Koshia who asked him about his future plans, his vision. And his shit was all over the place, boy. Let me tell you. You want to know the number one way to see if somebody's full of shit? You ask them something, and when they're just all over the place, like, they're not even parallel. Like, they're fucking down. Zigzagging. They're full of shit. Like, so he says his goal is to open up a gun range and start a gun safety program for black women. And you know, because she is hit right in the head, like, you know, like what, like how does that go with comedy and this, and it's just like she's like, well, you know, a lot of people talk big game, but it's like, are they actually working to get there? The foundation is it there? Because she's like, you know, a lot of people say stuff and they're just like, well, I know a homeboy that knows a homeboy that knows a homeboy, and he says that his friend owns a gun shop. And my thing is, I'll be honest with y'all. First of all, Bree made a point where she said, you know, this man came in this mixer dressed like a substitute teacher.
Yes, absolutely.
Like he didn't come dressed to impress. You got Nikes on, dressed up. My thing is, I just feel like Will's full of shit. I felt like he made up that gun range bullshit the night before to try to sound good. Because, you know, a lot of guys want, you know, vagina points by trying to make it seem like they're for the feminine cause, you know, all that shit. A lot of guys are full of shit with that. But, yep. Cap red it is.
Oh my gosh, yes. William is in the red zone for me, and it's because of everything that Evan just said. Well, not everything, because Evan's dramatic, but most of what he said, and mainly is how you present yourself. He did look like a substitute teacher. I don't know what was going on, and it's not about the sneakers, because you can wear sneakers and be dressed to the nines, though, like to have a little bit of a swag to you. There was no swag, there was no personal style, and I feel like how you show up in a setting like this, I think it says a lot about who you are. So again, it said to me, you have no personal style, you kind of all over the place. The comedian thing, I'm just kind of over that as well. You can't have a conversation with somebody about your future goals within the entertainment business, being a comedian, and then talk about doing a gun range. I just don't feel like you should have said that part. Those are some dreams or goals that you kind of keep to yourself until you're actually in the middle of making those things happen, right? So if he already had a license to teach, you know, women how to shoot, or you know what I'm trying to say? Like if he was already doing that, then I feel like you bring it up. But you don't say, this is, you know, what my plan is.
They just
like,
no. They just don't align.
Right.
I'm going to let Bree introduce y'all to the last one, but I'm going to warn y'all. This nigga full of shit, boy.
So you introduce them.
All right. Our last dude we have is Willie. He is 32, a real estate development CEO. Full of shit, boy. This man, oh my gosh. You know, every season they got one terrorist on there. And Willie is full of shit, boy.
I don't think he's a terrorist. I think Lamar is definitely the terrorist of the season.
They're battling for the Super Bowl. Because, you know, what got me about Willie, he was talking to Koisha and she was telling him about, you know, her divorce, about, you know, her being with her ex-husband. And pretty much she said the amount of kids she had by him being divorced. And he was like, damn. But
that's not true. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. I missed that. And I definitely had that in my notes. More reason why Koshia is in my red zone. This lady was talking to Willie and said that her last marriage ended because once they got married, she found out that he had four other kids by like 4 other women. That's a red flag to me. Again, you was too busy trying to be a pick-me that you didn't do your due diligence.
Well, it's because she was too busy trying to be a wife. Because remember, she was in panic mode. Like, I need to be married.
Right.
I need to have kids.
Right.
So you just took anything.
Right. You too busy sitting on the shelf waiting for somebody to choose you. That to me was a big red flag. Mm-hmm. So I forgot to mention that about Koshia. That was another big reason. So when they had their conversation about that, Willie was like, "Oh, was the dick that good?" Now, granted, it's funny. But at the same time, that's not what you should have said to her. And then once he said that, and it kind of like, it was like crickets. And she was like, you know, why would you assume that? Or whatever. They were silent for like 2 minutes. He was like, well, can I get your social media? And I was like, dude, you do not know how to date or talk to women. That was weird.
So, y'all, back to the analogy. I hope Willie has not unpacked his bags. Willie, I mean, just, you know, taking much free activities, the free food, the free alcohol, because homie, you about to be back on Tinder.
I think that what's really going to get Willie through a little bit further than what we want is the fact that he has a very good sense of humor. And that's what I think is going to be the thing that's going to attract some of the women. He's a jokester. He's the homeboy, and he has a real thick Southern country accent. And it's either you really love that and you're really attracted to it, or you're not feeling it at all. And sometimes I really do feel like us as women, we kind of lean towards really loving it. Because you can understand what he says and he articulates himself well, but at the same time, he still has that Southern thick twang about it, and it's attractive. And so I think that's what gets him through. That's it. That's going to be it. But he is definitely red. Willie is red.
Well, y'all, we have 2 more people that we did not go over because they actually got eliminated.
Yeah.
And they were Patricia, it's one of those, and Damonte.
Right.
Damonte was a fashion stylist. He got eliminated because a lot of the women didn't really feel like he had a plan. He was kind of all over the place with his projects, and they didn't feel the security and the stability with him. So he was eliminated. And Patricia, a lot of guys felt like she was a little too guarded and had her walls up, which once again, she just met y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all my darkest secrets and everything on my fucking birth certificate when I just meet y'all. Like, I felt like she shouldn't have went home, to be honest with you. I felt like she was really there for a reason. And I understood where she's come from, because it's like, I just met y'all. Like, I'm trying to figure y'all out before I give out certain things about myself.
It was so funny because Evan really felt a way about her going home.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But she went home in episode 2, and they eliminated Damonte the first episode. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, you guys, tonight is the next episode. The new episode of Ready to Love comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so now we're really going to get into the nitty gritty. I will say I did like the fact that they did split up the singles. And did like a group A, group B, because I feel like that's very realistic. How many times have you met someone, right, at an event or a mixer or whatever, just out and about, and then the next day you are in another social setting, right? And so what are you going to do, or how are you going to act when you've connected with somebody when you first met them, but then you're in a new setting with a whole new group of people? Are you going to keep that same energy? So I felt like that was realistic. I did like that. I did appreciate that. I don't know about this season as a whole. I don't know if this is going to be a good one or an aggravating one. But we will be here as long as our patience allows us to be here. Because y'all know, I don't have time nor the patience.
Well, y'all be sure to watch tonight. Because like I said, we're now going to get in the nitty gritty after this little introduction. And we will definitely be reviewing. And we will put the video out way early.
Of course, this was just a little surprise end of the week episode.
We're trying to get better with the videos being out a little earlier. So we give y'all time to watch, give y'all time to comment, everything. Yes. But y'all be sure to watch it tonight. Y'all have y'all a drink while y'all watch it, because you got to drink with the bullshit. So we enjoy y'all. We love y'all. Send them out.
Bye.